don't date black women now because of past experiences. They like to place that strong personality on you. Why are black women so angry?
That's interesting, because as a black mother,
Yeah.
my work was to help my son understand it so that he would know how to stand in it with a black woman.
I'm stuck in my ways and it's all because of women. Try to steal my...
Hi guys, welcome to my new series called Dear Black Women. Now I wanted to create this series to talk. I'm a black woman, so there are things that I go through that I experience. To what extent I do have this thing called light skin privilege. I'm not wearing it today. I decided to take out my light skin privilege, the mini wigs that I tend to wear, and really come to y'all and my natural self and have a real conversation. As black women, we are misunderstood. I really don't know where it stems from. I know recently on my Instagram I asked you guys, what is the cause behind your aggression as a black woman? I asked, why are you so defensive? Why are you so on edge? Why are you so masculine? And why are you more aggressive than your peers, women of other races? And I know I'm more aggressive than most women. The majority of women, doesn't matter the race. You can even be another black woman. I'm an alpha female, so it's just like, it's on 1,000 with me. I sat back and I asked myself, I said, why am I like this? One of the biggest things that happened for me in 2018 was ditching this whole strong black woman bullshit. There's no other way to describe what the whole being a strong, independent black woman means. It's straight BS. I recently ditched that whole narrative. I ditched a lot of things in 2018 as a black woman. I no longer consider myself to be a feminist because I believe that feminists aren't for all women. Feminist is for a type of woman, and I'm not that. I'm not a high class Caucasian woman who has a trust fund and old money. I am a black woman who literally comes from nothing, and I deal with real shit. I deal with people second guessing me because I'm a black woman. I deal with people always thinking that I have an attitude. Like, sometimes when I'm in certain situations, I feel like I need to go off. I feel like they need to catch this fade. They need to catch this attitude. But as a black woman, I refrain from acting that way because I don't want to feed into my stereotype. Even though the person, or even though within that situation I have every right to be upset, sometimes I don't lash out. Sometimes I don't react because I'm like, let me take one for the team, because damn, you know, black women, we already have it to where people already judge us, they stereotype us before we even open our mouths. I'll never forget working a 9-to-5 job, working in the workplace, and I always had to be smarter. I always had to be more professional. I always had to be politically correct because I didn't want anyone to say, oh, that's the ghetto black girl in the office. I didn't want to be that. So I'm always fighting the stereotype that society gives the average black woman. My reaction to the City Girls twerk video featuring Cardi B. As a black woman, I couldn't sit there and look at the video and say, oh, they're just twerking, they're having fun, they're shaking their ass, they're just having a good time, it's girl power.
So the day that me and JT chose to do twerk, we had went to the studio and we had wanted to do like a New Orleans bounce, like a song like kind of like In My Feelings. But because we don't have a twerk song, so we wanted to do a twerk song, something that's gonna make you want to dance when you hear it.
Honestly, if it wasn't for Queen Chama here on YouTube, I watched her video And then low-key, she checks me in the video. I can sit here and say that proudly because I watched the video and the first thing that popped in my head was, oh my gosh, white people are gonna see this. Oh my gosh, they're gonna call us ghetto. They're gonna call us ratchet. They're gonna call us this. As a black woman, I couldn't even sit there and enjoy the video. I couldn't even sit there and say, oh my gosh, they're coming together and it's cultural and they're having a good time. They're twerking. I couldn't even live within the moment of what that video really represents. You know, I was just so caught up on how I was being viewed by the white man. Recently, the video has really given me a change of heart. Like, why do I feel like I have to change myself to avoid the stereotype? Why not just be who I want to be and forget the rest? I still find myself in situations like the grocery store, Target. You know, I'm always in Target. I'm always in these situations, these environments where people do deserve my attitude. I feel like I just cannot be that black woman. I don't want to be the stereotypical angry black woman. I really want this series to be about us black women and just women of color. Mexicans go through it too. And if it wasn't for the DM messages that I get on Instagram, I wouldn't even know that. Our struggle, we have a lot in common. It made me feel better because it's like, damn, like it's not just us. You know, it's not just us black women. It's any woman of color that's going through this. You know, we're labeled so many different things. And it's like, do other women deal with being labeled something before the person gets to learn my personality, or before a person gets to truly dig into who I am as a woman? These are things that I think about where my life is headed. I'm going to be put in positions where I have to carry myself a certain way just because I'm a black woman. So we always have to worry about, oh, if I do this, do I look angry? Oh, if I do this, does it seem like I have an attitude? Like, we're always second guessing our behaviors, what we do, just our patterns in life when it comes to our daily routine. We're always second guessing what we're doing, making sure that it's not too much. Queen Chama, like I said, I appreciate her honesty. Her video really gave me a new perspective, and also it kind of took, like, I was a little blind almost because I was just so caught up in how the majority of society was viewing the video that as a black woman, I didn't get to enjoy it because I was just so caught up on the looks, the stares, the critics, just all the bullshit that comes with being a black woman. Like, we're always under attack. I don't even know the old man's name, but he was just coming for black women saying, oh, we shouldn't wear blonde hair. And it's like, why are we always under attack? Like, I feel like we're always under attack, yet people question why we are so aggressive. My next video will be about the reason behind why black women are aggressive. I'm not going to get into it in this video. This is just the introduction of this series. I do want you guys to comment down below. Do you feel that black women are misunderstood? Do you feel that being a woman of color, people come to your defense less than maybe someone who isn't of color? Do you feel that your life is less valuable to someone who isn't of color? Why do you feel that being the independent black woman is so important to you? What is the reason behind the importance of that? When I sat down and I asked myself, I said, being the strong independent black woman, how is that rewarding to me in my life? How is being the strong independent black woman, how does that benefit me? Being that I am 26 and I'll be 27 in March, I looked around at my life and I feel like a lot of people take me for granted because I'm the strong, independent black woman. I felt like being that all the way up until 26, people depended on me in ways that a man should, and I didn't like that. They expected me to provide financial things for them. They expected for me to not only provide financial things, emotional things. I literally felt like I had to build and create. And I feel like for men, that's the building aspect is for them, but the creating aspect is for us. So why was I doing both? And why was I building more than I was creating? It was just too much for me. And so that's why I took a turn and I really started getting into divine feminine energy and the qualities that I wanted for myself, because I started seeing myself getting sick, being stressed. As Black women, we lead the health risk of heart attacks or heart problems. Why is that? We lead heart attacks at a young age. Why is that? Why are more Black women having heart issues compared to other races? Black independent women and heart conditions and heart risk and heart failure, I think they play hand in hand. I watched my mom be the strong, independent Black woman, and I see how it's tearing her down. I see how it's breaking her, and I don't want to be that. I see how it stresses her out. I see how it's causing her to lose her hair, and I don't want to be that. Like, I'm literally taking a step back. But my dad, he steps in and he helps. But my mom still overextends herself to a point where she's just stressed the hell out. And in a lot of ways, me and my mom, we have very similar qualities. We give. We will give you the shirt off our backs. We don't judge, and we see things from all perspectives. We're so understanding. We're so understanding in so many ways. But at the end of the day, I feel like that also stresses us the hell out, because we take on other people's issues and problems like they are our own. And I just don't want to be that. So I am no longer the strong, independent Black woman. I left that shit in 2018. I don't want to be called that. I don't want to be expected to be that. I don't want to be looked at like the strong, independent Black woman. Like, I don't want that. I don't want it. Y'all can have that shit. And I made this decision because, like I said, that's not the life that I want for myself. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to be unhealthy. You know, like, this whole journey on my YouTube channel has been about health. So yeah, at first it was about body and how your body looks and getting to a certain way, but I also had to work on the mental aspects of my health, and I started really dissecting what was going on up here, and I'm just like, this Black independent woman shit ain't it. I basically tried to kill myself, trying to live up to that standard, trying to live up to that expectation. And then also recently, like I said, when I watched Queen Chama's YouTube video, it's keeping me from having fun. Like, it's keeping me from letting my hair down. Like, when she was like, oh, the City Girls video, why couldn't we just sit back and enjoy it for what it was, for the culture, for what it truly represented as a Black woman? Why couldn't we just enjoy it? Why do we feel like we can't be who we truly are because other people see it to be disrespectful or just not classy, because it's not something they do or something they can do? So these are things that I just want you guys to think about. If you're young, you have a lot of life to live, so it's kind of like, this is fixable. You know, like, it's not the end of the world. I'm glad I'm not in my late 30s, 40s, 50s figuring this out. I'm glad it hit me now and not later. And this is why I want to do this series, because I really want to open a new perspective for you to think about, open a new dimension of meaning in your life. Why do you feel like being the strong, independent Black woman is something that you want to be? What is so rewarding behind it? Why can't you just be an independent woman who is chasing her career goals, who's chasing positive things in life? Like, why do you have to be the strong, the independent Black woman? I just feel like it puts too much pressure on us. Comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts on this, and I would love if you would email me reddadvice@gmail.com and send in your stories. Please make it short. because I do want to use some of these stories in my part 2 of this series so that we can stop the disconnect as far as people misunderstanding who we are and why we are the way that we are. So send in those stories. Please keep it short though. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!